the yesterday's session on communication was useful, and I could see a lot of positive and correct responses for the questions regarding passive aggressive communication and how to respond. And today is the continuation of the same session, and I hope you people learn and make notes of it. Also, the Google Forms will be circulated today for the previous two life skills. And please make note, and once the link is shared, please fill in, because we will be closing the links of all the life skills once you are filled in. The first three will be closed today, so I hope you have answered and submitted the forms. Right? Okay, ma'am. Then I think today's speaker is Ms. Bhavna.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you, Bhavna, ma'am.
Yes. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, students and all our esteemed participants. Welcome to today's session. My name is Krishna Patel and I'm from Aparajita Foundations, and I'm joined by Ms. Bhavna, who is today's presenter. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for being so amazing and taking part in each and every activity. Since 2 weeks, we are continuing the life skills sessions, and you have been participating and actively engaging in all the sessions and making it such a like rewarding thing for us, that and motivating that you have been actively participating. So now today I'd like to once again remind you of the prizes that you'll be getting in this program. So you'll be getting 5 smartwatches, 10 LED lamps, 20 flash drives, and medal for 100 participants. And a lot of other prizes. We'll be giving certificates, medals, and trophy for the best participating school. So you all will be getting a lot of prizes for actively participating in this, but there'll be some conditions for that. That whoever participates every day, they'll be getting daily participant will be considered, and they'll be earning points for that. And then we have prizes for maximum accurate replies that you give. If you are giving maximum accurate replies, you get prizes for that. We also have prizes for actively participating every day, like whoever is participating and engaging every day, they'll be getting prizes for that. And digital certificates will be given to all the participants that are on the completion of the workshop, whoever are participating. But of course, you'll have to fill up the Google form for that, whichever comes, Google form comes to you after the end of each life skill. And you have to fill that and send it to VJ team and accurately fill it with all the details. So these will be the conditions for that. And you'll be participating. I know you'll be participating as every day, like with all your responses and quick responses. So one more thing, like we have told you in earlier sessions also, that you can give your feedback videos, and you can record your videos of 40 to 50 seconds, small videos of how you like the program, what have you learned, have you applied in your daily life, or have your parents liked it. So I'm getting so many responses. And we are getting so many feedbacks on the Google Drive links that we have uploaded on our website. You can visit our website, www.aparajita.org, and upload your videos there. And also the Google Drive link is shared in the chat box on Zoom as well as on YouTube. You can go on that and upload your videos, that how did you like the program. We have already received many feedbacks, and we are really thankful for you for giving such positive feedbacks, which is motivating us every day, and all the team members are really thankful for that. So today also you can give your live feedback at the end of the session. We'll take up the queries that you have, and also you can come forward and give your feedback of how you like the program. So today's life skill is communication, and I'd like to invite our trainer today, Ms. Bhavna, for taking today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupa ma'am. Thank you, Krishna ma'am. So good afternoon, my dear students. I hope that you are enjoying the ongoing life skills sessions. Yesterday, we had a session with Ms. Krishna on communication skills. You know that there are so many communication skills, communication types basically, passive aggressive, and assertive. So, yesterday we have studied about, or we have seen the video about passive and aggressive communication styles. So you must have seen in that video, yesterday's video, that passive means basically to submit yourself to the other person, and you are not speaking about even your things which you need to speak. Means you are just giving up your responsibilities and relying on the other person. And aggressive behavior means it is a mixture of your emotions. You are angry and you are not flexible, you are not ready to accept the other person's views, and that communication style is also not acceptable by the society. So today we will see more type of communication styles and how you should adapt so that you are liked by the society and your communication skill or type is of the better quality. So let's start today's video. And today's video, as I have told you, that it is about communication styles, the other types of communication styles. So we will have a lot of scenarios, questionnaires. I hope that you will participate in that and we will enjoy together. So buck up, dear students, and let's see this video.
Together, a new world. Together we shall build a new world. Together we shall conquer the world. Let us sow the seeds today, grow a bit every day, reach the sky one day. Seeds of thought, deeds of growth, fruits of success give you happiness. Let's try, let's grow, let's aim very high.
Hello friends, it's so nice to be with you all once again. We learned about passive and aggressive behavior in the previous lessons, and how people exhibiting passive behavior push their own selves behind, and the people exhibiting aggressive behavior violently establish their rights and needs. We're going to see yet another type of human behavior. Let's meet money. Let me describe a few characteristics of his behavior. Money doesn't state clearly that it is not possible for him to do a task, but gives excuses, is not too keen on keeping his promises, or realize the problems this may cause to others, believes that others won't burden him with work if he does it sluggishly, gives indirect replies even to direct requests and appeals, doesn't antagonize anyone openly. This is typical of what is called passive-aggressive behavior. Money is watching his favorite program on TV. His elder brother walks in, takes the remote control, changes the channel, and starts watching his favorite sports program without saying anything. Based on what you know about the typical behavior of money, what do you think he will do? 1. He will sit quietly for a while and then get up and walk away. 2. He will fight with his brother. 3. He will switch on the FM radio, sing along loudly, distracting his brother.
So dear students, here we have a type of questionnaire. You have to answer in the chat box which option you find correct. You have seen that Money is watching television and his brother appears suddenly and switches on his channel, his favorite channel. So what will Money do in this situation if he is following a certain kind of behavior? Firstly, it is that he will sit quietly for a while and then get up and walk away. He'll just move from the spot. Second, that he will start fighting with his brother. Or third, he will switch on the FM radio, sing loudly, and distract his brother. What do you think is your correct opinion? Please write in the chat box. So now let's find out the correct answer.
Given his passive-aggressive nature, Money is most likely to switch on the FM radio, sing along loudly, and distract his brother. Some people who are neither completely passive nor arrogant and bold enough to be aggressive behave in this fashion. Why did Money behave like this? People showing passive-aggressive behavior give primary importance to their own rights and needs, give secondary or no importance to others' rights and needs, are not straightforward or honest in their dealings with others.
So students, as you can see that Money is exhibiting passive aggressive behavior. Yesterday we have seen about passive behavior and aggressive behavior separately. But what if there is an amalgamation of passive and aggressive behavior? As in passive behavior, you have seen that the person does not speak anything for his or her rights. And in aggressive behavior, the person is angry enough to speak or to say or to exhibit their behavior. So Money is mixing both of these behaviors, and he is not saying anything from his mouth, but he is doing the things. His actions are speaking, means his actions are displaying that he is irritated by others person behavior. And in this you can see on the screen that the person does not give primary importance to their rights, they give secondary importance to others or no importance to others, and they are even not straightforward, and this leads to misunderstanding. So now let's move forward with the video and find out which was the correct answer of those three options.
Money's friend Kumar came to borrow a book from Money. Once earlier, he'd borrowed a book from Money and returned it in bad shape, apologizing that his younger brother had accidentally caused the damage and promising to be careful in the future. Money doesn't want to give the book to Kumar. Instead of stating this directly, he gives him some clever excuse for not lending it. Money thinks of an excuse because, while exhibiting passive-aggressive behavior, a person agrees to others' requests and then fails to satisfy them, making excuses, being forgetful, and creating delays. Doesn't take up responsibility for actions and blames others or situations. Is manipulative while trying to achieve what he or she wants. Speaks pleasantly to one's face, but negatively behind one's back. Makes sarcastic comments to convey a point. Doesn't want to face rejection or open conflict or disagreement.
So students, as you can see on the screen, that while a person exhibits passive-aggressive behavior, the person does not say anything straightforward to the other person. Rather, they make excuses for not talking to them or for not giving them anything. Like in the previous example, we have seen that Money's friend Kumar has damaged his book, or his brother has damaged his book. He can say no directly, that because of your action, this action, I am not willing to give you my notebook or book. But he does not speak, rather he makes excuses. So this is just a backbite kind of thing, and this is kind of a sarcastic thing, that you are not able to speak straightforward on the other person. So now I would like Rupa ma'am to launch a poll, the time for poll, and I would like each one of you to share your answers in the chat box, or to reply to the poll. Yes, Rupa ma'am, can we have the poll, please?
Yes, ma'am, just
Okay, students. So your poll question is that, would you like to watch these videos regularly in your school? This poll is for Zoom students also, those who have joined through Zoom, and for those who have joined through YouTube. You can see on your screen. Oh, wow, very fantastic. That most of the students are replying that yes, we will love to watch these videos regularly in our school. Lovely students, that means you are enjoying these videos. I'm so happy to see this. And I'm so happy to see that you all are growing in a good manner from these videos day by day. And these are helping to make your summer vacations beautiful. So now, yes, 59 out of 59 students have replied. I would like all of you to participate. Few minutes are left. Few seconds are left, I must say. All right. Thank you everyone for replying to the poll. Now I would like Rupa ma'am to close this poll. Thank you. Let's move back to the video.
Money was getting ready to go to his special class. Usually, Money goes to a place near Devraj's house, and then they go to class together. On 2 consecutive days, because of Devraj's delay, they had been scolded by the teacher. On the 3rd day, not wanting to get scolded by the teacher, Money went straight to the class without informing or waiting for Devraj. Devraj, having waited for Money, again turned up late for the class and got scolded by the teacher. When Devraj asked Money why didn't he wait for him, he came up with some clever excuse. What is likely to happen if this behavior of Money continues? 1. Money will be found to be unreliable. 2. Money's behavior will be respected by his friends. 3. Money will be appreciated for his clever and cunning behavior.
Yes, students, please reply in the chat box with your answer that what do you think after this Mani's and his friend Devraj conversation that they turned up late to the school daily, and one day Mani decided that he should go without Devraj and he didn't bother to inform Devraj. So he turned up late again in the class and teacher scolded Devraj. So what do you think from this Mani's behavior, what he is likely to face in the upcoming time? He will be found unreliable, number 1. Number 2, he will be getting a lot of respect from his friends. Number 3 is that he will be appreciated for his clever and cunning behavior. Do you think? So please reply in the chat box. Let's move further with the video.
That's right. Money will be looked upon as an unreliable person. Passive-aggressive behavior results in lack of trust, dislike, lack of respect, poor teamwork, strained relationships.
So students, as you can see on the screen, that Mani's behavior is an example of passive-aggressive behavior. And this type of behavior, if you exhibit this behavior, or I exhibit this behavior, it can result in a lot of bad consequences. And number 1 will be that your friends will no longer trust you. Number 2, they will start disliking you. They will not like you anymore. Number 3 is that you will lose respect and they will not respect you anymore. Next is that they will not be able to bind up with you in any sort of teamwork because they will consider you as a poor teammate. And last but not the least is that strained relationships. Your relationship will face a kind of burden on them, and it will not be a happy relationship. It will be a kind of a forceful relationship. So I hope that you don't like that. You would not love to have that kind of behavior. So don't follow passive-aggressive type of behavior, my students.
Umesh had painted a picture recently and wanted Money's opinion about it. Money found that it lacked finesse and proportion, but didn't state his opinion openly. Instead, without making eye contact, he made a sarcastic comment. Shall we do an exercise now? You'll see a questionnaire on the screen. You need to respond to it personally, but you need not share your answers with others. Yes, no. 1. Do you make excuses to avoid some routine obligations, like cleaning your room or the table? 2. Do you fail to keep your promises, resulting in problems for you or others? 3. Do you perform tasks slowly and badly to avoid getting more work? 4. Do you feel the need to invent excuses when you want to say no? 5. Do you tend toward saying things indirectly while appearing to make a direct request?
So students, this exercise is the kind of self-introspection exercise. You need not to give the answers in the chat box. You just have to answer yourself that what am I like from these? The answer for you is yes or no. The first one is that you like to make excuses when someone gives you a sort of work, that I am busy with this work, I can't do this work currently. Number second is that when you promise someone for certain things, you always fail to keep your promises, yes or no. Number third is that you perform tasks very slowly because you are lazy and you don't want to get more work. Next is that number fourth, you feel the need to invent excuses so that you have not to say directly no, but you can give excuses to refrain yourself from work. And last is that you tend towards saying things indirectly while appearing to make a direct excuse. The same thing that you are not saying no directly, but you want to get yourself away from the work which is allotted to you. So answer yourself in your separate notebook, but not in the chat box, so that you can have a self-introspection about yourself, that what your kind of behavior is.
Have you completed the exercise? As earlier, you need not reveal the outcome of this exercise to others, but it is worthwhile to hold a mirror to oneself and see a few hidden tendencies. If your answer has been yes to most or all of these, then you show a strong passive-aggressive behavior. Unlike the aggressive people, passive-aggressive people don't deal with issues frankly and openly. Instead, they choose a devious or manipulative way to get their rights. Shall we do another exercise now? Father gets a pen each for Kanan and Malan, who are brothers. Malan said to Kanan, "You are my darling brother, aren't you? I need 2 pens for my project. I'll fill black ink in my pen and blue in yours." Shall we learn more about the rights and responsibilities of assertive behavior? Let's meet another person. He is Naveen. Here are some of his distinct characteristics. Naveen can initiate and continue a conversation confidently. Doesn't hesitate to express his feelings and opinions. Seeks clarifications whenever required. Doesn't hesitate to say no politely whenever a request is unreasonable or impossible to fulfill. Discusses problems frankly. Shows individuality without being arrogant or aggressive. Expresses positive feelings openly. In short, Naveen shows assertive behavior. Naveen was watching his favorite program on TV one day. His elder brother walks in, takes the remote control, and without saying anything, changes the channel and starts watching his favorite sports program. What do you think will be Naveen's reaction to this? 1. Sit quietly for a while in the same place and then walk out of the room? 2. Start a fight with his brother. 3. Switch on the FM radio, play songs, and sing along loudly to distract his brother from watching his program. Or 4. Do none of the above and attempt some other strategy.
Yes, students, so as we have come to the 4th type of communication style, which is assertiveness. So what do you think? What will be this boy's behavior out of these 4 options? You have to write in the chat box. Number first is that he will sit quietly for a while and then walk out of the room. Number second is he will start quarreling, fighting with his brother. Number third is that he will switch on the FM radio, play songs and distract his brother. And number fourth is that he will do none of the above and apply some other strategy. So please reply in the chat box. What do you think? If he follows assertive behavior, what will be his reply to the brother's action?
Being assertive by nature, Naveen will not passively sit and move away later. Nor will he show aggression by starting a fight with his brother. He will also not indulge in passive aggression, adopting indirect and cunning means to claim his right. On the other hand, he could have done any of the following. Number 1, find out from his brother how important the show was to him. If it was, allow him to watch and find an alternate way to watch his program, like in a neighbor's place, etc. Number 2, if his own favorite show was more important, convince the brother and continue to watch after coming to some sort of an agreement. Number 3, indicate that he had started watching TV before the brother came in. Had the brother wanted to view it so badly, he should have done it earlier.
So dear students, if this boy exhibits assertive behavior, he would do these 3 things and he would not do the things which were displayed earlier on the screen. Number first is that he would find out from his brother that if the show was very important to his brother, he will let him watch and he will find out some other way to watch his favorite program. Number second is that if his favorite show is important, then he will convince the brother that let me watch and after me you can watch your favorite program without any sort of agreement or without any sort of argument. Number third is that he will indicate his brother that I was watching before you entered in this room and you have done the bad thing that you have taken the remote and just put on your favorite channel. That means that assertive behavior is a kind of straightforward behavior. You have to speak about your rights, about your responsibilities, and not do any kind of cunning things to make the other person feel that you also have some rights. So I hope that this point is clear, that what kind of behavior you have to exhibit in your life out of these 4 styles. So now it's the time for poll, and I would like Rupa ma'am to launch the other poll.
I'd like to take a short break. Before the poll is launched, I'd like to welcome with us is K. Sagarika Madam, who is the Commissioner of Patna region of Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti. She has joined with us and she's watching the program. So I'd like to welcome her and thank you for watching. We'll continue the program and then we'll take her feedback later. So thank you, Madam, for joining with us and watching the program. Yes, Rupa, Madam, you can continue with the poll.
So students, your poll question is that, do you like to help people? This question is displayed on your Zoom screen also and your YouTube screen also. Please reply in the chat box or reply to the poll that, do you like to help people? So I can see that most of the students, almost all the students have replied yes. So it's very good to see that you are of helping nature, students. Yes, those who are left, please reply to this poll. Great. All right, so it is great to see that you are interested in offering help to everyone around you. So thank you. Yes, Rupa ma'am, please, you can close the poll. So yes, Krishna ma'am, now we will have the guest speakers with us.
No, you can continue and we'll have before the summary.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
If Naveen chooses the first option, it indicates an awareness of the fact that both he and his brother have equal rights to watch TV and prioritize those rights based on the situation. If Naveen chooses the second option, it will indicate an acceptance of the difference in priorities and yielding in a fair manner. If he chooses the third option, it is an indication of adhering to the first come, first served principle. This sort of behavior is possible for Naveen because people showing assertive behavior, 1. Give equal importance to their own rights and that of others. 2. Are straightforward and honest in expressing their needs and opinions appropriately.
So students, as you can see on the screen, that the fourth type of communication style, assertive behavior. This assertive behavior people, they know that what are their rights and they give equal importance to other rights also. Means they are not dominating. Number second is that they are straightforward in expressing their needs, opinions, while respecting the needs and opinions of others. So that is a good behavior, a most important and the most accepted behavior. So I think that you will also follow this kind of behavior in your life, and you are following also.
Kumar was coming to borrow a book from Naveen. He had once borrowed a book and returned it in a bad condition, apologizing that it was accidentally damaged by his younger brother. Naveen needed the book very much, but he also realized Kumar's need. So, he reminds Kumar to be careful while handling it, and indicates that he may not be able to lend him a book in the future if he returns it in a damaged condition. That is because people showing assertive behavior give equal importance to their own rights and that of others, are straightforward and honest in expressing their needs and opinions appropriately.
So students, as you can see on the screen, these 2 points I have explained earlier, these very well go with the exchange of books, the example you have just seen now. That if someone damages your notebook or book and he is asking for that again, so what you should do? You should make excuses. If you will make excuses, when the other person will come to know that you are making excuses, your respect and importance will go down. So instead, you should be straightforward in replying to that person that why you are not willing to give your notebook or book to that person. And that will be a good example of assertive behavior on your part.
If Kumar had not apologized for the earlier incident, what do you think would have been Naveen's response? 1. Will be enraged at the temerity of Kumar to borrow a book after having returned it in bad shape. 2. Will promise to give the book a week later and not give it at all. 3. Will say clearly that it will not be possible to lend because it had been returned with damage earlier. 4. Will lend the book without saying anything in order to create a good impression.
So students, what do you think? What will be his reply if the other friend has not said sorry? Because when you have done a mistake, it is good to say sorry. That is also kind of assertive behavior. Number first option is that he will be very much annoyed because of Kumar that he is asking for the book and he has returned it in a bad state. That after that also he is asking for the borrowing of book. Number second is that he will promise to give, that I will give this book a week later, but he will not give at all because he's annoyed. Number third is that he will say it clearly that it will not be possible to lend because you have not taken care of my book and you have given me back in a damaged state. And number fourth is that he will just lend the book because he wants to maintain the friendship and he wants to create a good impression. What do you think his reply would be? Please reply in the chat box. Out of these 4 options, which option do you find that he would reply with that option?
Showing anger at Kumar's boldness under the circumstances is an aggressive way of approaching the issue. Promising to give it later and going back on the promise shows passive aggression, which is inappropriate. Lending the book without mentioning anything in order to create a good impression is a passive way of responding to the situation. This is also inappropriate. Saying clearly that it will not be possible to lend because it had been returned with damage earlier is an assertive way of handling the issue. Naveen was on his way to attend his special coaching class. He usually goes with Devraj. Devraj had caused a delay on 2 consecutive days, and as a result, got scolded by the teacher. Naveen was waiting for Devraj. Devraj came late again. As an assertive person, what will Naveen do? He will 1. Express his situation clearly. 2. Share his thoughts frankly and honestly. 3. Clarify what needs to be avoided in the future. 4. Also, state the consequences if the situation persists.
So yes, students, what do you think in the example stated just before this board? That there are 2 friends, Naveen and Devraj, and they both go to the coaching center together. But on 2 consecutive days, Devraj got late. And because of this, Naveen also gone late because he was waiting for him. So what do you think? How should Naveen reply to this situation? And what should he say to Devraj? Number first is that he should express that why he is not going with Devraj, and he should express his situation clearly. Number second is that he should share his thoughts frankly and honestly, that I don't want to accompany you in the future anymore and I want to be on my own so that I don't get late. Number third is that he wants to clarify that why is this happening and it should be avoided in the future. Number fourth is that he should state the consequences. If they are going late daily, what can happen? How can the teacher scold them? The respect will go down. So what do you think? How will Naveen behave in this situation and what should he say to Devraj? Please reply in the chat box.
These are the stages involved in being assertive. Naveen will explain clearly that they were scolded, rightly, by the teacher for reaching the class late, and that it is embarrassing to get scolded every day because of Devraj's delay. He will add that if Devraj doesn't change his ways, he won't wait for him in the future. If Naveen is straightforward in asserting his rights, needs, and opinions in an appropriate way always, what will be others' opinions of him? 1. Naveen will be considered unreliable and unfriendly. 2. Naveen's friends will reject him. 3. Naveen will be considered reliable for his straightforward, honest, and appropriate communication.
Yes, students, I can see that you are replying very beautifully in the chat box. You are participating in all the activities and scenarios. So here we have one more scenario for you. That what do you think will Naveen be found by his friends in this situation? Number first is that he will be considered unfriendly and unreliable. Nobody will trust him. Number second is that his friends will just straightforwardly reject him. Number third is Naveen will be considered reliable for his straightforward, honest, and appropriate communication. Please reply in the chat box with your answers.
Naveen will be considered reliable for his straightforward, honest, and appropriate communication. As a result, there will be 1. Increased self-esteem. 2. Increased respect. 3. Achievement of goals without affecting others. 4. Meaningful relationships. 5. Better quality of work. 6. Reduced conflict and friction.
So yes, students, because of the establishment of assertive behavior, you can see on the screen that what kind of things you will be awarded with. Number first, you will be having more self-esteem. Number second, you will have more respect in your friend circle if you are having assertive behavior, if you are straightforward. Number third is that you will be able to achieve your goals without harming or affecting others. Number fourth is that you will be having strong relationships and not forceful relationships. People will be with you for their upliftment. Next is that better quality of work you will be able to do. And next is that reduced conflict and friction, means you will not have any kind of fighting or quarreling with your friends or in your friend circle, and you will be having a strong type of personality. So I think that you are impressed by this and you will be following assertive behavior.
Umesh had recently finished a painting and wanted Naveen's opinion. Naveen felt that the painting lacked finesse and proportion. Being an assertive person who knows how to express opinions and feelings appropriately, Naveen makes eye contact and speaks what he thinks about it in a polite and appropriate manner. It's time for an exercise now. I have a questionnaire. Please respond to the questionnaire. Remember, you need not reveal your answers in public. Questions. Yes, no. 1. Can you confidently start, change, or end a conversation? 2. Are you comfortable sharing feelings, opinions, and expressions with others? 3. Do you ask your teacher to clarify something if you don't understand the explanation? 4. If someone is too demanding, do you say no? 5. When something troubles you, do you address the issue openly? 6. Can you be firm without being overbearing? 7. Can you express positive feelings openly? 8. Can you express negative emotions without appearing weak?
So yes, students, you have to do this exercise on your own in your own notebooks, and you need not reply these answers in the chat box, because this is a kind of self-introspection, self-assessment exercise, that how confident you have become after this, like seeing the different kind of communication styles. Will you be able to speak confidently, start, change, or end a conversation? If yes or no, you know better. Number second is that, are you comfortable in sharing your feelings, opinions, and expressions with others about a certain kind of topic or a certain kind of behavior? Number third is that, are you able to ask your teacher about your doubts if you don't understand any kind of topic properly? Number fourth is that, if someone is too demanding or dominating, are you able to say no to that person on the face, being straightforward? Number fifth is that, if someone troubles you, what you do to address that issue? Will you face that kind of behavior? Will you let that person to dominate you, or you will speak for your rights? Number six is that, can you be firm without being overbearing? Means without showing the other person that you are dominating them or you are overbearing, you have to be firm. Are you able to do that? Number seventh is that, can you express positive feelings openly, or are you jealous of others and you are feeling positivity about other person in your heart, but you are not able to speak that because of some other kind of factor like jealousy? So eighth is, last is, can you express negative emotions without be appearing weak? That if you want to criticize some other person or someone is criticizing you, are you able to take that criticism or give any kind of criticism without appearing weak? So reply your answers in your notebook, and you will be able to know better that what kind of behavior are you exhibiting at the moment.
Bhavna, madam, I'd like to take a short moment from you.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yes, madam. I'd like to welcome Mr. Surendra Nath Pathak, sir, who is the Assistant Commissioner of Vigyan Jyoti Program, Regional in charge of NVS Patna region. So I'd like to welcome him. He's watching the program with us. Thank you, sir, for watching the program with us. And we'll have a word with you, and you can give your feedback in a short while, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna ma'am. Welcome, sir. So students, let's move back to the video, and I hope that you're enjoying today's lecture on communication, because many of you were asking yesterday that, ma'am, do we want more kind of communication styles? Can we get that? So here we are with that.
I'm sure you've completed the exercise. Shall we see what this reveals? If your answers to most or all of these questions have been yes, then you're already an assertive person. If not, you'll have to learn to be more assertive. Shall we learn more about the rights and responsibilities of assertive behavior? Shall we now summarize what we've learned so far?
Madam, before the summary.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yeah, before the summary, I'd like to take a short moment. I'd like to invite Sagarika Madam, who is the Assistant Commissioner of Navodaya Samiti, Patna region, to say a few words about our program. How do you like the program? Rupa Madam, can you please unmute Madam so that she can say a few words?
I'm here, I'm unable to find the name, ma'am. So
It's NVS. I think it's NVS Patna, RO Patna region.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So I have made like the co-host, so they can basically unmute.
Hello? Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
It's Surendranath sir at the moment, and Sagarika madam will be joining later on. So yes, sir, welcome sir to our session. We are really pleased to have you with us, and please say a few words for our program.
Thank you very much, madam. Myself, Surendranath Pathak, Assistant Commissioner, NVSRO Patna. I am very happy to observe your video and program. Program is quite appreciable. So I appreciate to Mr. Avinash Ranjan ji. He is head of implementation of Aparajita Foundation. So Vigyan Jyoti program is a most important program organized by Navodaya Vidyalaya Summit under guidance of Mr. Gopal Krishnan, Deputy Commissioner, NVS Headquarter, NVS Hyderabad region. So program is going very smoothly in the interest of the student in the eye of STEM, science, engineering, technology, and math. All 4 program coverage by the Vigyan Jyoti team. So in this regard, Mr. Avinash is doing well. Avinash Ranjan is doing well. So I appreciate Mr. Avinash ji, and also I appreciate to all members of Parajita Foundation. So you can make in such a program so that student will beneficiate to in their subject also, because many girls is interested for Vigyan Jyoti program. This program is not only for GNV. We are also invited other Vidyalaya like Kendriya Vidyalaya, State Government Vidyalaya. So program is very much impressive and very meaningful. So and video presented by the Parajita Foundation. The video is quite appreciable and coverage all area which are related for life skills as well as social skills of the students. So I appreciate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind words and appreciating our work. And we are really thankful that you have come and you have given the appreciation, because this motivates us to do more and more programs. We are sure we'll be doing more and more programs and connecting with you. So thank you very much for joining with us and giving your feedback on our program. It really motivates us. And thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now I'd like to invite Sagarika Madam to say a few words. Yes, madam, you are unmuted. You can unmute yourself and say a few words. Okay. Yes, madam, we cannot hear you. Can you please unmute yourself? Yes, madam. Okay, I think Bhavna madam, meanwhile,
Hello?
there's... Yeah, yes, madam.
Sagarika ma'am will join after 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. Like, we'll invite her again. Okay, meanwhile, Bhavna madam, you can take the summary of the topic. Thank you.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
People showing assertive behavior give equal importance to their own rights and needs and those of others, are straightforward and honest in expressing their needs and opinions appropriately. Assertive behavior involves expressing a situation clearly, sharing thoughts frankly and honestly, clarifying what needs to be avoided in the future, stating the consequences if the situation persists. Assertive behavior results in increased self-esteem, increased respect, achievement of goals without adversely affecting others, meaningful relationships, better quality of work, reduced conflict and friction. Thank you for summarizing the lesson so well. Shall we do a bit of homework to reinforce what we've learned so far?
So yes, students, the point which were earlier displayed on the screen, we have discussed those points, and now we have some questions. So based on the video you have seen today, I would like you to reply in the chat box with your answers.
Question 1. Father has brought apples from Kashmir. He gives 2 to Kavita and 1 to Vivek. Vivek thinks this is unfair. If he decides to respond, which of the following will be 1. A passive response, 2. An aggressive response, 3. A passive-aggressive response, 4. An assertive and appropriate response. Responses. 1. Saying, "Dad, good people get 1, while favorites get 2? 2. Saying, "Dad, this is very unfair," while snatching 1 from his sister. 3. Quietly accepting his apple, though he is upset. 4. Saying, "Thanks, Dad, but from now on, give us an equal share."
So yes, students, the question is that father has brought apples from Kashmir and he gives 2 to the daughter and 1 to the son. The son name is Vivek. Vivek thinks that this is unfair, that he has given 2 apples to his sister and 1 apple to him. So he decides to respond. What do you think his response should be? The behavior should be in which manner? Passive manner, aggressive manner, passive-aggressive manner, or assertive and appropriate response. So the responses are, number first is that he will be angry with his dad, obviously, and he'll say that, Papa, good people get one and favorite get two. Second is that, Dad, this is very unfair, and he will snatch one apple from his sister. Third is that he's obviously upset and he accepts that that the apples his sister is getting is more than him. And fourth one is that he will say, thanks, Dad, but he is being straightforward and he's saying that from now onwards, please give us an equal share so I or my sister don't feel disheartened. So what do you think the response of Vivek should be? Reply in the chat box.
Question 2. The class teacher has announced that there will be an election of a new class leader. People who are interested are required to register their names. Nominations by others were also welcome. Students respond to the call differently. Which of the following will be 1. A passive response, 2. An aggressive response, 3. A passive-aggressive response, 4. An assertive and appropriate response. Responses: 1. Student thinks, it will be nice if someone nominates me. 2. Student says audibly, who can be a better candidate than me? 3. Student says, I'm not really bothered. Well, if none of you can, then I'll contest the election. 4. Student says, Sir, Madam, I would like to contest the election.
So yes, students, here is another question that the class teacher has announced in the class that there will be an election in the upcoming days for a new class leader. And the students who are interested can register their names, and nominations by other students were also welcome. The student responded to this call in a different manner as per their behavior. So there are again 4 types of behavior displayed on the screen: passive behavior, aggressive behavior, passive-aggressive behavior, assertive and appropriate response. And the responses are as follows. Whichever response you find appropriate, you have to write in the chat box. Number first is that student will say that it is nice if someone nominates me or my name. Number second is that the student says that who can be a better candidate than me, means he's being certain kind of aggression or power he is having in his voice. Number third is that student says, I'm not really bothered. Well, if no one of you can, then I'll contest the elections. Means he is showing his power in this statement also. Number fourth is that student says, Sir or ma'am, I would like to contest the elections. Very peacefully he is saying this statement. So what do you think the reply should be? Which is the correct answer? Please reply in the chat box.
Shall we now discuss the answers? For question 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, before we get to the replies, I'd like to welcome Sagarika Madam, who is the Assistant Commissioner of Navodaya Samiti, Patna region. So I'll request you to share your feedback about the program, Madam, and welcome. And
Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, one and all.
good evening, ma'am.
I am very happy to join in this Aparajita Foundation summer camp. So yesterday also I witnessed some of the videos, and today also I have witnessed. So really I am so thankful to our Samiti first to introduce to such type of a beautiful project, that is a Vignan Jyoti for especially girl students. So to enhance their scientific means technology or whatever it is, so it is introduced. At the same time, I am very thankful to Hyderabad region Deputy Commissioner Gopal Krishna ji, because from the beginning he is taking initiation in such a way. At the same time, he is the one of the motivator to start this summer camp by means using the team of Aparajita Foundation. So really, I appreciate his efforts from the beginning. At the same time, summer camp. And then I'm really thankful to Vignan Jyoti TTT summer camp workshop team because their sincere efforts, really it is very much useful for the children. At the same time, I am very thankful to all the children who have joined in this summer camp from all regions, that is 8 regions. So actually this is meant for only girl students, but my appreciation, such type of videos are required for boys also. But these girls with more interest, they have utilizing the resources during working hours, and then during vacation time, without attachment of TV, video games, and other things, these children joined in this such type of programs. Really, I appreciate the children who have joined from 8 regions. At the same time, I'm very thankful to Padmanabhanji, Education Head, Aparajita Foundation, who have taken such type of pain with his team. And then Roonam Kaushik ji, National Head, Implementation. So for him also, I am very heartily thankful from my organization also, NVS. And Krishna Patel ji also, one of the official in this team. At the same time, Abhinish Ranjan ji, because who has introduced me for this program, because he's continuously is speaking, even though he's head of Northeast implementation this Aparajita Foundation. Anyhow, I am very thankful to the whole team who are struggling to inculcate some of the important values at this present generation, new generation, young generation, which is very essential. That is, like it. This program, what I understood, this program gives complete this social skills and life skills.
Right.
So even though they have a lot of reading habits and this one, but they cannot develop all the skills. Reading skills may be pronunciation and this one, but such type of videos they are listening means they can see the various characters,
Right.
behaviors, and then the roles who performed. Maybe this figure diagrammatic or whatever this animation figures, but cartoons, but it is very much useful for our children. So I am also from Hyderabad region actually. 30 years nearly I worked at Hyderabad region and Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Then as a principal, I went to Northeastern region. Then I came back to Hyderabad region, Kurnool. I worked last 2 years. Then I promoted as assistant commissioner and I posted to Patna region. Really, I am very thankful to the children. I want to see them, but here it is not possible to see the children.
Yeah.
But not only for my Hyderabad region children, I am equally giving importance because almost regions are our children only. So such type of values and such type of things, they are at least spending some time to listen, to learn the things means really it is appreciable for their parents as well as students. Because nowadays means media and other extracurricular activities, whatever it is, outside children means it is nothing but provocating in wrong direction. But like this Aparajita Foundation is giving positive direction to the children, which is accepted by these children. So that I am really appreciating. You people are motivating the children in such a beautiful manner. At the same time, the children who are attending that Vignan Jyoti project, because a few months I was also acted as a in charge for this Vignan Jyoti project. At that time, I have gone through the activities. Not only financial support to the children to develop a scientific attitude and the experiments and whatever exhibitions means knowledge partner visits. So many are there in this. So children 50 girls from 9th class and 50 girls from 11th class. But once the children first phase, they are completing and coming to the next higher class, that is 10th class and 12th class. So girls are so curious, because Northeast region, I was working at JNV Reboy. That time also I was, my school was given this Vignan Jyoti project. So that's why I know some of the activities where I have tried my level best to introduce almost all activities and expose to the children to various fields.
Right.
Whatever guidelines was given by the Vignan Jyoti project.
Right.
At the same time, once I have come to the Hyderabad region, I was working in JNV Kurnool. That time also my school was selected as Vignan Jyoti. So due to those two schools experience, I share my feelings with the children, because it develops, such type of exposure develops to the children life skills and social skills at large. But in that, whatever the values they want to learn, that is the first one, hearing skills, patience, values, it comes under values, morals. And then communication skills, because they are continuously listening and they are seeing the acting and many skills they are getting through these videos, motivational videos.
Right.
Not only that, madam, like you, madam, really I appreciate you. After patient listening of the children, you are giving some explanation to the children to understand better. At the same time, last time, yesterday evening, actually, due to technical issue, I was not joined, but I was hearing your voice. You are asking some questions and encouraging the children to share their feelings.
Right.
That time, some of the children are coming forward, and I heard their language skills, and then the way of expression in English, or whatever the language, it is not a good major thing, but they tried their level best to understand that video, how they understood, and practically how to implement that one also. They are so curious.
True, man.
Like that, I suggest many of the children are here from 8 regions of NVS organization. So children, especially girl students, it is a very good opportunity to come out from their inner heart to share the things. So like you, facilitator is there means more number of girls to be involved, and they must share their feelings, what they are learning from each video.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So that is the thing. And another one also, decision making, it comes how by seeing the behaviors, assertive behavior and passive behavior, like that many characteristics, with these videos, they are able to understand. So at the same time, they can also perform during their stay at residential school, as well as after leaving the residential setup. They can go to higher education. There also it works.
Yes.
Which they cannot realize now.
Right. Yeah, but they will. Yeah, they will definitely.
They cannot realize now. So really, I am very much thankful to the children and especially team for this development of social skills and life skills for the children at this tender age. So at last, of course, the school going children also, it is very much useful. At last, my special thanks to the chairman of Aparajita Foundation, Mr. Bharat Shankar sir. So really, with these few words, I'm very thankful to the all people, team. At the same time, best wishes for the children who are attending this program. Thank you. Thank you, Varita.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you for your kind words. And each and every member of Aparajita team is thanking you. Sir is also writing on chat box that thank you for your kind words and taking out time and coming here to share your thoughts. It really motivates us to do our work, and you are giving us motivation. And of course, the girls are powered, but each one of like even the boys, because everyone has joined on YouTube also from all the regions. And true, they are giving amazing feedback that we are surprised that we are getting such feedback. And the participation is fabulous. And like the program is such a success. We had never thought that they'll be participating in such a way and giving the feedback. But thanks for your motivation, ma'am. And each and every member of Aparajita team is thanking you for taking out time. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, students, so let's move to the answers which you have written in the chat box. Let's find out that which of the following is correct option.
Father has brought apples from Kashmir. He gives 2 to Kavita and 1 to Vivek. Vivek thinks this is unfair. If he decides to respond, which of the following will be 1. A passive response, 2. An aggressive response, 3. A passive-aggressive response, 4. An assertive and appropriate response. The response, quietly accepting his apple, though he is upset, is a passive response. Saying, "Dad, this is very unfair," while snatching one from his sister, is an aggressive response. The response, saying, "Dad, good people get 1, while favorites get 2, is a passive-aggressive response. All of these are inappropriate. The response, saying, "Thanks, Dad, but from now on, give us an equal share," is assertive and appropriate. Did you identify the correct response? For question 2, the class teacher has announced that there will be an election of a new class leader. People who are interested are required to register their names. Nominations by others were also welcome. Students respond to the call differently. Which of the following will be 1. A passive response, 2. An aggressive response, 3. A passive-aggressive response, 4. An assertive and appropriate response? The response, "Student thinks, it will be nice if someone nominates me," is a passive response. Student says audibly, "Who can be a better candidate than me?" is an aggressive response. Student says, "I'm not really bothered. Well, if none of you can, then I'll contest the election," is a passive-aggressive response. All these are inappropriate. On the other hand, student says, "Sir, Madam, I would like to contest the election," is an assertive response. Did you identify the correct response? Congratulations to those who got it right.
So students, I hope that you have been able to identify that which option matches with which kind of behavior. So this was the end of session. Now I would like to have your queries. Those who want to give any sort of feedback or those who want to ask any type of question can raise your hand. Yes, students, you all are welcome to raise your hands to get your queries answered.
Yes, students, I can see Archie Pradeep raising her hand. So we'll take up our query. Yes, Rupa madam. Archie wants to say something, so we can unmute her. Archie Pradeep.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, Archie.
Good evening, Archie.
Ma'am, if a person makes excuses to escape work as they are busy and don't want to hurt the other person, knowing how the person would react, Does that also would that also be included in passive aggression?
Passive aggressive. Yes, can you repeat what is, I can get the exact thing. Can you please repeat?
If a person makes excuses to escape work as they
Okay.
are busy and doesn't want to hurt the other person, knowing that they would react in a really bad way, does
Yeah.
that?
Exactly, Arshi. That would be passive aggressive because that person is not giving the proper. If the person is assertive, they would be giving the real reason for not and not give excuses and will be honest. But here, if the person is not honest and just giving the excuses, so the person is passive aggressive. Yes.
Ma'am, but this person knows the other person would react in a negative way. So,
Yeah, but then also you have to be honest. The person has to be honest and say whatever is there without being. That's what we have learned, that you don't have to be, you have to put up your point and you don't have to be afraid of what people are going to think. So you have to be honest, and rather than giving excuses, which will be restraining the relationship on a longer time, if this continues. So it's better to be honest and not be afraid and tell your point.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, Arshi,
Thank you, ma'am.
that's it. Okay, thank you, Arshi. Thanks for putting up your query. Thank you. Yes, anybody else? Okay, Shifa is there. Shifa, Rupa Madam, can you please unmute Shifa?
Yes, I'm done.
Good evening, teachers.
Good evening, Shifa.
Ma'am, I would like to express my gratitude towards all the teachers and Aparajita Foundation for conducting such amazing sessions. Really, it has been helpful and beneficial for me.
Thank you.
Personally speaking, I love the sessions on decision making, problem solving,
Okay.
because they shape our future and it depends on what decisions we take. And really, ma'am, these sessions are just amazing. And I have seen many positive changes.
Right.
And really, I'm not that perfect, but I'm sure that I will apply all the things what I have learned from these sessions and will apply in my life and will get benefited from these sessions. Thank
Thank you. Yes, Shifa. Yeah. Yeah, you want to say
you
anything
for
else?
giving me the chance for expressing my views.
Oh, thank you, Shifa. Thank you very much for coming forward. That's really takes courage to come up and say, and you have said what you felt, and your feedback is so important. We are really happy that you have benefited, and I'm sure you will be benefited and achieve more goals. And you have said that you learn from decision making and problem solving, but I'm sure all the topics have benefited you, because the way you said that I'm not perfect, you are being assertive also, and each and every, so I can see the difference already in you, and you are going to be very successful, and all the best. And thank you so much for sharing your feedback. It really means a lot to us. Thank you, Shifa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Goodbye.
So, Krishna ma'am, I think that there are no more raised hands. Now I would like Rupa ma'am to launch the last poll of the day.
Yes, ma'am. Like we have 2 more polls, so can we go ahead? Or?
Yes, ma'am, sure. So, students, your last poll question is that, do you like it when someone shows aggressive behavior? All right, so most of you have answered no. And some have answered yes. So aggressive behavior is a very angry behavior. Let me tell you this. And I think that nobody would like angry behavior. So it's personal opinion that what kind of behavior we like. Yes, please reply everyone. Do you like when someone shows angry behavior, aggressive behavior? They are showing annoying kind of behavior? All right. So there's a mixed answer of yes and no. Thank you, students, for responding. We can end the poll now, Rupa ma'am. Time is almost over of poll. Yes, students. Thank you for joining today's session. Over to Krishna ma'am now. She will tell you if you want to upload your feedback videos, where you can upload.
We have one more poll
Yeah,
question.
one more poll, ma'am.
Yes, sure. So
Yeah,
the
it
other poll
comes.
question, students, is learning life skills is challenging for you. Do you think that learning life skills is challenging for you, or it is an easy task? If we are following it from our childhood, it will no longer be that difficult. But if we are learning in a stage where it is required the most, then we can find it difficult. So there is also a mixed response to this, yes and no. All right. Thank you for actively participating, students. Those who are left, please reply quickly. All right. Thank you. So the poll has almost ended. Thank you, students, for
Yes.
replying.
Yes, students, thank you for putting up your queries. And yes, Monisha, I read your message that you you raised your hand, and I read your message that you are very impressed by today's communication life skills session, and you had given an amazing feedback already. So students, like whoever is not given the feedback, you can go on our website and you can upload your feedback there. And the link, Google Drive link is also shared in the chat box, and on the YouTube chat box also, you can go there and upload your video so that we know that how do you like our program. So please go in there and give us your feedback. And thank you for participating so actively, and you are incredible. And thank you very much, and see you tomorrow again. Thank you. Have a great evening. Thank you, Rupa madam. Thank you, Nivedita madam, and thank you, Bhavna madam, for the wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, ma'am. Thank you, students.